Welcome back to the Now Morning Show. So if you are ready to get creative, it's time to find out about the Get Creative Workshop Series, thanks to Bocas Lit Fest. Joining us this morning is Lisa Allen Agostini, facilitator at the Bocas Lit Fest Get Creative Workshops. And also, we are joined by Marielle Forbes, Youth and Hospitality Manager at Bocas Lit Fest. Good morning, ladies, and welcome to Now.
Good morning.
It's a pleasure to have both of you with us on the show this morning. Thank you for rising and shining so early. Lisa, let's start off with you. Can you give us a brief little history into your writing career, because we know that it spans incredibly so and impactful.
Well, yes, I am in fact old as road. I've been writing since I was a little girl, probably, I know I was 8 when I wrote my first poem, and it's just been on from there. Gone on to write. I was a journalist for like 20-something years. I write for the stage. I write short films. Hopefully one day, God willing, long feature-length films and series. But I just write everything that I possibly can, and it seems it's like a tick I can't turn off. So I've just been. And I've been really blessed to have recognition. I've been published. I have 3 novels. One of them was shortlisted for the Women's Prize for Fiction last year, which is a significant international prize. I'm really grateful that my career has been very fulfilling, and with the support of organizations such as Bocas.
Definitely. And it's wonderful to see, of course, with your continued experience and all the blessings that you've received and also created, that you're able to give back to these young writers as well. Marielle, let's bring you into the conversation this morning. Again, thank you for rising and shining with us so early. Can you give us a brief overview of the Bocas Lit Fest and the projects that are undertaken specifically directed at youth?
So we run a range of youth projects. This one specifically is sponsored by the G.B. Fernandez Memorial Trust and is called Relit, and it rolls out in about 5 components over the academic year. So this is the second installment. We began in 2022 with a series of videos to launch the campaign. And this time we're starting off with creative workshops across fiction, nonfiction, and poetry. So they'll run for 2 weeks in August, followed by a school tour in September. We do CSEC lessons for underserved students, and that runs across the academic year. We also have the NGC Bocas Youth Fest, which is coming up in October, the First Citizens National Poetry Slam, which you might know is the closing event of the NGC Bocas Lit Fest that happens every year at the end of April. So we have a series of youth projects that run throughout the year as well, yes.
Wonderful. So, Lisa, Get Creative is going to focus on poetry, fiction, and non-fiction. Why would you say these areas are of particular importance to secondary school students?
Well, it's the primary areas that readers will have to engage with as young people going into education. I mean, you're forced to learn poetry from the time you're this tall, and to read novels in class or storybooks in class. And so your comprehension of those things is really part of your educational experience. And then, of course, everybody knows you get a comprehension essay where you have to read about all the different varieties of, say, mango, for example, and the nutritional benefits and the blah, 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 So these are like intrinsic to the educational experience. Once you're studying language, you must learn the different iterations of the language. And I think that aside from an educational requirement, they actually help you to understand the world better. Poetry is famous for being hard to understand, but like so important that it gives you a feeling. And that feeling can be your key to understanding a situation, a relationship. It's just reading is fundamental.
It is fundamental. I couldn't agree with you more. Poetry has a way of touching your soul and explaining things that you never thought you would be able to understand. Marielle, can you share with us a bit more about Get Creative? Who is it open to? What are your registration dates and any additional criteria that needs to be fulfilled to be a part of it?
So these creative writing workshops and the entire Wheelet project is open to students, forms 1 to 6. We particularly focus on underserved students who might not have, the opportunities to access workshops like these. And as Lisa said, we really hoping to use, poetry, fiction, and nonfiction to help students understand their world a bit better, express themselves a bit better. It's really aimed at helping them with their academic and personal development as well. So those are the students we would like to target. The workshops begin this Wednesday, as in tomorrow. They go Wednesday, Thursday, Friday this week, and then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday next week. Each student gets 2 sessions. So Lisa workshops their pieces with them, as well as the participants of the cohort would also, do a collaborative workshop as well of their own work. And you can still register. We still have a few spaces left. So you can visit bocuslitfest.com and you click on the Get Creative page, which would be the first page you'd see pop up. And you can register for workshops that begin tomorrow.
Wonderful.
And they are all free.
What?
Most important.
I mean, free poetry, everything all in one. Absolutely amazing. Now, Lisa, aside from attending the Get Creative workshop series, what advice do you have for young budding writers who are saying, you know what, I want to make a life out of this?
The first thing I'd say is screw your courage to the sticking place. You're going to need it. But also read a lot, because it's like they say in computer programming, garbage in, garbage out. Once you're reading quality material, it gives you an understanding, an almost innate understanding in your bones about what good writing is. That is, of course, if you're reading good writing. So read good writing and read widely. And of course, keep writing.
Keep writing, definitely. All right, so let's talk about what you have coming up, Lisa. I mean, I know you are a busy woman making an impact on writers, not just here, but throughout the Caribbean and the world. Do you have anything coming up that you can share with us?
Well, I'm working on a novel. It's actually a steel pan novel, the first one we have ever had. Isn't it incredible that there is no steel pan novel?
Yes.
It blew my mind when I realized that. And so anyways, I've started working on that. Oh. Actually, one of the things I just did is very interesting in relation to this. I'm part of a collaborative and we hold a writing retreat in Tobago. We had one earlier this year and I literally just came. This tan on my face is Tobago. And it was amazing. We're actually doing with the young people what adult writers just paid several $1,000s each to go and do in Tobago with me. So these students are having a really fantastic opportunity to have their work looked at. That, I certainly didn't have access to anything like this when I was a young person writing. So it's a huge opportunity. I encourage them to just grab it with both hands, honestly.
I could not agree with you more. Marielle, Lisa, thank you so much for joining us this morning on the Now Morning Show. Looking forward to seeing a lot more collaborative works between both of you and everybody who is invested in creativity and writing in Trinidad and Tobago. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you very much. Same to you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Have a great day.
The Get Creative Workshop series is happening. You can get more information at bocuslitfest.com and you can get some more inspiration by staying tuned to Now. We'll be back in a few moments.